That old whistle blew at 5 on the nose. A line of pickups rolled through the gate. I hung my hard hat on the hook by the door and left the dust of Monday through Thursday behind. The sun was low and red on the water tower, and somebody down the line honked twice. I turned the key and the radio came alive, like it knew what kind of evening this was. I passed a grain elevator by the county road, saw kids playing ball at the Little League field. A waitress was flipping the sign at the diner, from closed to open in a neon glow. I rolled my sleeves and put my arm out the window. Warm air coming off the fields of hay. Every mile toward town felt lighter somehow, like the whole world had called it a day. 5 o'clock finds me with the windows down, radio singing and the sun going down. Got nowhere special, and that's just fine. I've got 2 whole nights and a Saturday to find. The week's in the mirror and it's getting small. I can already see those neon signs from here. 5 o'clock finds me smiling again, and the weekend finally lets me in. I stopped for gas at a station by the tracks. The man at the pump said, "Long week." I laughed and said, "Long enough." He tipped his cap and grinned at me. A girl in a red shirt walked out of the market, carrying a sack and an RC Cola. She looked at the sky and took a deep breath, like she'd been waiting on Friday too. 5 o'clock finds me with the windows down, radio singing and the sun going down. Got nowhere special, and that's just fine. I've got 2 whole nights and a Saturday to find. The week's in the mirror and it's getting small. I can already see those neon signs from here. 5 o'clock finds me smiling again, and the weekend finally lets me in. There's something about this hour every Friday, when the world seems kinder than it did at noon. The highway stretches out like an old friend, and the evening's just beginning to bloom. 5 o'clock finds me with the windows down, radio bright old sunset fades behind me slow. I turn the radio up one more notch. There's a full tank of gas and sky turning blue, and another neon weekend coming into view. I came around the bend by Miller's farm. There was a line of taillights clear to town. A boy in a Chevy waved me on by. A couple of motorcycles rumbled past. A lady in a station wagon had the windows down. Her kids were singing something from the radio. You could tell by all the smiling faces, nobody was in much of a hurry. By the old grain elevator, traffic slowed. A man in a feed truck tipped his cap. The gas station lot was filling up fast, and somebody had a cooler in the bed of a Ford. The courthouse clock struck 6:30, and Main Street's neon signs began to glow. Even the barber locked his front door early and headed the same direction as the rest of us. Everybody headed downtown tonight, rolling toward those Main Street lights. Pickup trucks and old sedans, Saturday plans, starting on a Friday again. You can feel it in the warm evening air. Folks laughing like they haven't got a care. Nobody wants to stay around. Everybody headed downtown. I passed a baseball field at the edge of town. A few boys still throwing one last pitch. The diner windows shine like gold, and a waitress was writing specials on the board. A girl in a blue dress crossed the street, holding her shoes and carrying a sweater. She looked up and smiled at all the traffic like she knew exactly where everybody was going. Everybody headed downtown tonight, rolling toward those Main Street lights. Pickup trucks and old sedans, Saturday plans, starting on a Friday again. You can feel it in the warm evening air. Folks laughing like they haven't got a care. Nobody wants to stay around. Everybody headed downtown. For one little while, this old The traffic kept moving nice and slow, and somewhere ahead a jukebox started playing. I eased my truck another block ahead and followed the taillights into town. The sun was hanging low behind the water tower when I turned off Highway 9. Dust rolled up behind my tires, and I could hear a fiddle through the pines. A boy in a red Ford waved me farther down, said, "I think there's room by the fence." I parked beside a Chevy with its tailgate down, and the evening was just getting started. Two girls were laughing by a pickup bed, fixing their hair in a side view mirror. Some old friends were leaning on the tailgate, talking like they hadn't met in years. A man with a paper sack carried in some records, though nobody knew what he brought. The neon sign buzzed above the front door, and folks kept pulling into the lot. Parking lot full of pickups, tailgates down and radios on. Everybody's grinning and hollering somebody's name like we've all been waiting all week long. The band ain't even started, and we're already having a ball on a warm Friday night in a small Texas town. There's a party in the parking lot full of pickups. I saw Charlie from the feed store trying to save 2 spaces with a chair. The Miller boys came riding in together, and everybody knew they would be there. Someone passed around a bag of peanuts, someone else brought a cooler of ice. The dance hall doors kept swinging open, and the music drifted out into the night. Parking lot full of pickups, tailgates down and radios on. Everybody's grinning and hollering somebody's name like we've all been waiting all week long. The band ain't even started, and we're already having a ball on a warm Friday night in a small Texas town. There's a party in the parking lot full of pickups. It's funny how an empty gravel field can turn into the center of the world. Just add a Friday sunset and a few familiar faces. Parking lot full of pickups, dust hanging soft in the lights, boots hitting gravel and screen doors slamming as the stars come out tonight. The fiddles are warming up now, and you can hear that old piano call. One more truck eases into the last open spot in the parking lot full of pickups. I shut my door and looked around once more at all those taillights shining red. Then I tipped my cap and headed for the dance hall, with the whole weekend still ahead. That old sign buzzed to life at 6:30, casting red and blue across the street. A couple in a Pontiac pulled up laughing, and a cowboy brushed the dust off his sleeves. The girl at the ticket window waved at me like she knew I'd be here all along. I could hear a fiddle leaking through the doorway, and the whole town seemed to sing along. A man from Tulsa parked beside a feed truck, said he saw the sign from half a mile away. Two waitresses from the diner came walking up, still wearing aprons from the end of their day. An old farmer leaned against the railing, watching folks come in from every side. He smiled and said, "Looks like another good one." And nobody there could say he lied. The neon says we're open, come on in and leave the week outside. There's room along the bar and room out on the dance floor, and the band's about to start tonight. When that sign starts glowing, you can feel the whole town come alive. The neon says we're open, and Friday nights arrive. The screen door slapped and somebody hollered as a group of friends came through the gate. A young boy carried in his granddad's fiddle, and the piano player showed up late. A waitress pinned a paper moon above the jukebox. Somebody dimmed the overhead lights. Then that old steel guitar slid through the doorway and sent a little shiver through the night. The neon says we're open, come on in and leave the week outside. There's room along the bar and room out on the dance floor, and the band's about to start tonight. When that sign starts glowing, you can feel the whole town come alive. The neon says we're open, and Friday nights arrive. Funny how one little sign can gather people, like a porch light on a summer night. You see a familiar glow around the corner, and somehow everything feels right. The neon says we're open, the doors are wide and the music's loud. Boots are tapping by the entrance, and laughter's floating through the crowd. That old sign keeps shining like it never plans to call it a night. The neon says we're open, come on in. The dance floor's calling tonight. I took one last look at that glowing window and heard the fiddle count off a song. Then I pushed through the door and tipped my hat and let the weekend pull me along. round table by the window, where Charlie and the Miller brothers sit. They've been meeting there since I can remember, and they still argue over who tells it best. The waitress doesn't ask what they'll be having. She starts pouring coffee when they walk in. And every Friday night around sundown, it all begins the same again. By the jukebox near the dance floor, there's a little table by the wall. Miss Louise keeps a sweater on the chair beside her, though nobody's sat there since last fall. A fella from Oklahoma came in last week, looking for a place to spend the night. Charlie pulled up another chair and said, "Friend, you've picked the right place tonight. Reserved for the regulars," that's what the little sign says there. But it don't mean there's no room at the table or an empty seat to share. Around here you're a stranger for about 5 minutes, then somebody's calling you by name. Reserved for the regulars, and somehow everybody fits the same. The piano player knows who likes to dance, and who just comes to watch the crowd. The bartender remembers every anniversary and asks about your kids out loud. A young couple walked in holding hands, looking like they didn't know a soul. By the second song, they were both laughing like they'd been coming years ago. Reserved for the regulars, that's what the little sign says there. But it don't mean there's no room at the table or an empty seat to share. Around here you're a stranger for about 5 minutes, then somebody's calling you by name. Reserved for the regulars, and somehow everybody fits the same. I guess every little town has one old place where the faces hardly ever change. But every now and then a new one comes along, and before long they belong. Reserved for the regulars, right there beside the dance hall door. The sign gets a smile from every newcomer who isn't worried anymore. There's always one more chair to pull up, one more story left to
reserved for the regulars, and that's what makes this place feel like home as well. The band struck up another old favorite, and somebody waved me to their table again. I hung my hat on the back of a chair and settled in with my friends.
That old fiddle kicked off a two-step tune, and the chairs all scraped the wall. A boy in pressed jeans took his sweetheart's hand like he was 10 feet tall. An old couple by the jukebox smiled and tapped their feet in time. They've been dancing in this very room since 1959. The lights are low and the ceiling fans keep turning nice and slow. There's a little scar beside the bandstand from a New Year's long ago. The floor shines under cowboy boots like honey in the light. You can almost hear the echoes of every Saturday night. Polished oak dance floor, worn smooth by years and years of song. Young hearts and old friends keep spinning right along. One more fiddle, one more slow dance, one more chance to hold somebody close. Polished oak dance floor, you never really grow. A little girl stood by the doorway on her daddy's boots tonight. He picked her up and showed her how to turn around just right. The band laughed and played another chorus as they made one careful spin, and half the folks around the room could see themselves in them. Polished oak dance floor, worn smooth by years and years of song. Young hearts and old friends keep spinning right along. One more fiddle, one more slow dance, one more chance to hold somebody close. Polished oak dance floor, you never really grow. Every pair of boots leaves something, though they don't leave a mark behind. A memory, a promise of Friday night that stays here in your mind. Polished oak dance floor, still shining underneath the lights, holding every laugh and heartache that ever crossed it late at night. The songs may change from season to season, and faces come and faces go, but on this polished oak dance floor, the spirit never grows old. The fiddles sang and the whole room turned like it had 100 times before, and nobody wanted to be anywhere but out on that polished oak dance floor. Telecaster hit a bright old lick, and the whole room clapped in time. A couple by the doorway left their coats on chairs and hurried to get in line. A girl in boots the color of honey pulled her partner by the hand. By the time the fiddle joined the band, there wasn't an empty place to stand. The waitress carried drinks between the dancers and knew just how to weave her way through. Old Mr. Parker from the hardware store was dancing like he always used to do. The screen door kept on opening and closing, letting in a little summer breeze. Every face in that old dance hall looked as easy as you please. Two-step till closing time, one more dance and then another. Take my hand and don't look at the clock tonight. We're all sisters and brothers. The moon can wait outside a while. There's too much music left to find. We'll two-step till closing time. The piano rolled into another number, and somebody hollered from the back. The band leader grinned and tipped his hat like he wasn't keeping track. A young man asked an older lady dancing if she'd show him how it's done. She said, "Son, just follow the music," and away they spun. Two-step till closing time, one more dance and then another. Take my hand and don't look at the clock tonight. We're all sisters and brothers. The moon can wait outside a while. There's too much music left to find. We'll two-step till closing time. Funny how a Friday evening can stretch itself this long. You walk in planning one quick dance, then midnight comes and you're still holding on. Every song turns into one more memory. Every slow dance turns into two. And every time the band starts packing up, somebody calls for one more tune. Two-step till closing time, with the neon glowing softly. Boots on oak and hearts feeling light, like tomorrow's still a long way off. The band keeps smiling through each song, and nobody's standing by the door. We'll two-step till closing time, then ask them for one more. The fiddle sang and the piano laughed as another tune got underway. An old ceiling fan kept turning overhead and carried the music our way. A fellow by the jukebox checked his watch, then put it right back in his coat. A girl leaned against her partner's shoulder and softly mouthed every note. The bartender stacked a few more glasses, but never dimmed the lights, because everybody in that room could tell we still had plenty of night. The band struck up another fast one, and the
to come. So we kept on dancing beneath that neon as the hours wandered by. And somewhere between one song and the next, a few more stars filled up the sky. There were smiles and laughter everywhere you looked, and boots keeping perfect time. We had no plans beyond that moment, just to step till closing time.
Dew still hanging on the fence behind the house, and the paper boy just tossed the morning news. I poured a cup of coffee in my old travel mug and slipped on a pair of worn-out boots. There's half a tank of sunshine and a full tank of gas, a baseball cap lying on the seat. No clock on the dashboard's got a thing to say to a Saturday that's stretching out in front of me. I passed a grain elevator painted years ago and waved at old man Parker on his porch. A church sign said, "Count your blessings." So I counted one more mile and kept moving north. At a little gas station outside Miller's Bend, I bought a cold drink and some peanuts too. The girl behind the counter smiled and said, "Looks like you got the whole day made for you. Saturday fits just fine, with a two-lane road and a little spare time. I ain't chasing nothing, and nothing's chasing me. Just rolling through the countryside, easy as can be. The world can keep its hurry, I don't need a reason why. A full tank and an open day. Saturday fits just fine." I found a shady spot beside a fishing pond and watched dragonflies drift through the reeds. Funny how a man can drive for half a day and wind up finding exactly what he needs. I leaned against the tailgate for a little while and listened to the breeze through the pines. Kind of afternoon you can't put in your pocket, but you'll remember a long, long time. Saturday fits just fine, with a two-lane road and a little spare time. I ain't chasing nothing, and nothing's chasing me. Just rolling through the countryside, easy as can be. The world can keep its hurry, I don't need a reason why. A full tank and an open day. Saturday fits just fine. By sundown I'll point this pickup somewhere else, maybe toward town, maybe another county line. But right now these wheels in this blue sky agree. Some days don't need a plan to make them shine. Saturday fits just fine, with a two-lane road and a little spare time. I ain't chasing nothing, and nothing's chasing me. Just rolling through the countryside, easy as can be. The world can keep its hurry, I don't need a reason why.
a full tank and an open day. Saturday fits just fine. Saturday fits just fine. And there's still plenty of daylight left to drive.
I saw the sign from half a mile away, sitting just beyond the filling station. A little red neon in the window said open, and I hadn't had breakfast yet. I parked beside a dusty cattle truck and pushed through the screen door slow. The smell of bacon and fresh baked pie made me glad I pulled off the road. Louie was standing behind the counter, wiping coffee cups with a towel. He looked up and said, "Sit anywhere, friend. We're not in much of a hurry now." An old man by the jukebox raised his hand and moved his newspaper aside, like he had room for one more story and a little more morning to pass by. Open sign at Louie's, coffee hot and windows bright. Every booth holds somebody's story, and nobody eats alone if they don't mind. A slice of pie and a cup refilled can make a traveler slow his pace. Open sign at Louie's feels a little bit like home away from home. A waitress named Mary called me honey and asked if I'd ever been there before. I said, "Just passing through this morning." She smiled and said, "Aren't we all?" A young couple shared a plate of pancakes. A farmer counted change by the till. Outside the highway kept on rolling, but inside everything stood still. Open sign at Louie's, coffee hot and windows bright. Every booth holds somebody's story, and nobody eats alone if they don't mind. A slice of pie and a cup refilled can make a traveler slow his pace. Open sign at Louie's feels a little bit like home away from home. There's something about those roadside places that never seem to lock their door. You come in hungry for breakfast and leave carrying a little more. Open sign at Louie's, morning sun across the floor. Some folks came for eggs and bacon and stayed an hour or two more. The coffee pot kept making circles, and laughter drifted table to table. Open sign at Louie's
makes an ordinary Saturday feel grateful. I left a tip beneath my coffee cup, and Louie waved me toward the door. I looked back once at that little red neon and thought I might come by once more. Then I eased my truck onto the highway with the windows halfway down, well fed and in no kind of hurry, as the miles rolled softly out of town.
Turned off Highway 17 onto a road I'd never seen before. A hand-painted sign said Cotton Creek, with an arrow pointing through the sycamores. A mile or two and there it was, an old wood bridge with faded rails. I pulled my truck onto the shoulder and listened to the quiet for a spell. The water moved slow beneath the planks, with sunlight dancing on the stream. Turtle slept on a half-sunk log, like he didn't have a care or need. Somewhere in the trees a mockingbird sang, and dragonflies drifted through the shade. It looked like one of those places the good Lord made and then forgot to name. Over Cotton Creek, nothing much to see, some folks would say. A little water and a few old boys standing here another day. But I found some of my favorite places never make the postcards or the guidebooks you keep, like this old bridge over Cotton Creek. I sat there with my boots on the running board and watched a leaf float slowly by. I couldn't tell you what I was thinking, only that I didn't feel like driving by. A farmer crossed in an old green tractor, tipped his hat and never broke his place, then disappeared around the next bend, like he'd always belonged to this place. Over Cotton Creek, nothing much to see, some folks would say. A little water and a few old boys standing here another day. But I found some of my favorite places never make the postcards or the guidebooks you keep, like this old bridge over Cotton Creek. Seems like every now and then you stumble onto a road you didn't mean to take, and find a little peace
didn't know your heart could make. Summer leaves and weathered wooden beams, a cool slow stream and a patch of shade, and enough stillness to hear yourself think. I finally climbed back in my pickup, but I didn't leave the same as when I'd eased in. I carried a little bit of that old creek with me as I crossed that bridge again. I looked in the mirror when I reached the hill and saw the treetops one last time. And then I rolled the windows down a little farther and let the countryside ride along in my mind.
We pulled off the county road around noon by that old oak tree on Johnson's land. Someone spread a quilt across the grass, and somebody else unpacked the ham. A little transistor played softly nearby till Tommy picked up his guitar. Children chased a red rubber ball, and laughter carried across the yard. Miss Annie brought her potato salad and 2 pecan pies wrapped up in foil. Charlie showed up with a fishing pole, though there wasn't a creek for miles. A young mother sat beneath the branches with a baby sleeping on her knee, and an old dog stretched out in the shade like he knew exactly where to be. Shade tree picnic, sunlight dancing through the leaves, good friends talking easy with all the time a Saturday needs. No plans beyond this afternoon, no place we're supposed to go, just a shade tree picnic and a gentle breeze blowing slow. By 3 o'clock the kids were tired and sitting with watermelon smiles. Tommy played an old familiar song, and everybody sang a little while. A couple wandered toward the fence road, walking arm in arm without a word, the kind of quiet that says everything and doesn't need to be heard. Shade tree picnic, sunlight dancing through the leaves, good friends talking easy with all the time a Saturday needs. No plans beyond this afternoon, no place we're supposed to go, just a shade tree picnic and a gentle breeze blowing slow. Funny how the simple days stay with you long after bigger things are gone. A blanket in the grass and a few old friends can turn into a memory that lasts for years.
seems to mind that a shade tree picnic you forget to keep track of time. Tommy laid his guitar across the blanket, and somebody folded up the quilt. We loaded up the cars one by one with that good kind of tired feeling built. I looked back once at that old oak tree, standing quiet against the sky, and thought some of the best Saturdays never make a fuss as they go by.
There's a pale blue glow on my old dashboard, and a quarter tank called to get me home. The white line rolls like a lazy river through miles of pasture and sleeping towns. I passed the last gas station an hour ago, and I don't believe another car's around. It's just me and the stars above, and a country song turned soft and low. The fellow on the radio sounds familiar, like a friend I've known my whole life through. He says this next one's for the truckers and anybody with a road to do. So I ease my hand back on the steering wheel and let that steel guitar ring out. A lonely song don't feel so lonely when it's coming through that little speaker now. Only the radio lights and a sky full of moon and stars. Only the radio lights and these old back roads running dark. There's a song about a woman and another about home, with the whole world fast asleep tonight. I'm not riding all alone with only the radio lights. I roll the window down a couple inches, and cool night air drifts through the cab. A grain elevator stands in silhouette, like a giant keeping watch over the land. There's something about these quiet hours that make a man slow down his mind. Every worry seems a little smaller when the highway leaves the day behind. Only the radio lights and a sky full of moon and stars. Only the radio lights and these old back roads running dark. There's a song about a woman and another about home, with the whole world fast asleep tonight. I'm not riding all alone with only the radio lights. I don't need a crowded room around me or a neon sign shining bright. I've got miles of road and a faithful station keeping me company tonight. Somewhere another driver hears the same song rolling through another county line. And though we'll never meet each other, we share this little piece of the night. Only the radio lights and a sky full of moon and stars. Only the radio lights and these old back roads running dark. There's a song about tomorrow, and one I almost know by heart. With every mile the world grows quieter, and every note feels like a friend. I could drive this road till morning light with only the radio lights. The needle moves from one old song to another, and I keep rolling easy through the night. Just me and the highway and only the radio lights. There's a water tower up on Miller Hill. You can see it from 5 miles away. The name of our town is painted in white, though the paint has faded some with age. I just crossed the county line tonight, with the window down and the radio low. And there it stands against the stars, like it knew I'd be coming home this road. The courthouse clock quit keeping time years ago, and the hardware store closes before dark. But that old tower still catches moonlight like a lantern in this little park. I remember climbing up the bleachers after Friday football games were through. You could look across the whole town then and see that tower watching over you. Passing the water tower, I always slow a mile an hour. There's something in that old familiar sight, standing quiet in the night. I guess we all need something that stays right where it's always been. So I tip my hat and roll on by, passing the water tower again. Most folks I grew up with have scattered to bigger towns and different lives. Somewhere there's a banker from my class, and a girl who moved to Tennessee and never wrote back twice. But whenever I come through here late and see that tank against the sky, it feels like an old friend by the roadside, giving me a nod as I drive by. Passing the water tower, I always slow a mile an hour.
tower again. You don't put a place like this in postcards, and it won't make the evening news. But a man can carry half his lifetime and the things he never really loses. Some memories need no explanation. They just wait beside the road until your headlights find them once again, and they make you feel at home. Passing the water tower underneath that midnight hour, the painted letters shine a little pale, but they still tell the same old tale about a sleepy little hometown and the boy I used to be. I smile and keep the pickup rolling with another 100 miles to go, but part of me stays right there tonight, passing the water tower slow. The taillights fade beyond the city limits. The stars take over one by one, and that old tower keeps on standing long after I've moved on.
The neon signs still glowing faintly, though the sun is coming up. I pull into the gravel parking lot and go looking for a cup. Miss Betty's hanging aprons by the counter, and she smiles before I speak. She says your table's waiting by the window. Looks like another pretty morning this week. There's a farmer reading headlines by the sugar, and two boys sharing biscuits and jam. A trucker folds his map beside the ketchup and nods like he remembers who I am. The coffee comes before I ask to have it, and steam rolls softly through the light. Outside the window, sparrows keep on working like they never stayed up half the night. Corner booth by the window, morning sunshine on my sleeve, fresh coffee and easy conversation. Nothing here I need to leave. Some folks spend their lives chasing somewhere, trying to stay ahead of time. Me, I'm sitting here this Sunday morning, and Saturday still fits me fine. A little girl is coloring on a placemat,
watches from the booth. An old man tells a story by the register and laughs before he gets to all the truth. The waitress tops my cup without me noticing. The clock says nearly 10:30, but nobody seems to pay much attention to the hands moving round and round again. Corner booth by the window, morning sunshine on my sleeve, fresh coffee and easy conversation. Nothing here I need to leave. Some folks spend their lives chasing somewhere, trying to stay ahead of time. Me, I'm sitting here this Sunday morning, and Saturday still fits me fine. I guess weekends aren't measured by their hours, or by how many roads you travel down. They're found in little places full of people who make a fellow glad he came around. A warm cup and a little bit of sunlight can be all the riches that you need. And a booth beside a window on a morning can feel like home to me. Corner booth by the window, sunshine stretching on the floor. Miss Betty's laughing with the early customers, and someone else just walked through the door. The coffee's hot and the world feels easy, the kind of day you hate to rush. I lean back and watch the morning waking, and thank the Lord for simple stuff. The sparrows flutter past the window, another pot is on somewhere behind me, and I've got nowhere else to be in my corner booth by the window.
I got a cup of coffee in the holder and the morning sun across my dash. The diner sign gets smaller in my mirror as I ease this pickup down the blacktop path. There's a farmer mending fence beside a pasture, and kids are throwing baseballs in a yard. The weekend's taking its sweet time leaving, and that ain't making this drive hard. Past the old dance hall on Main Street, it's neon sleeping in the light of day. Last night those windows shook with fiddle music, and boots were sliding all the worries away. A couple chairs are stacked beside the doorway, some paper cups still sit out by the wall. Funny how a quiet Sunday morning can still hear echoes from a Saturday call. We'll be back next Friday when the whistle blows and the week's all through. We'll be back next Friday. Me and these roads I always wander to. The same old faces and familiar places, the same jukebox jukebox songs and laughter in the air. No need for goodbyes around here. We'll be back next Friday, don't you worry. They'll all be waiting there. The grain elevator fades behind me. The county line comes into view. I think about the friends I shared a table with, and folks I only know by face but still wave to. There's comfort in a town that keeps its rhythm, where every season somehow feels the same. A man can leave and keep on rolling, but part of him stays knowing he'll return again. We'll be back next Friday, when the whistle blows and the week's all through. We'll be back next Friday. Me and these roads I always wander to. The same old faces and familiar places, the same jukebox songs and laughter in the air. No need for goodbyes around here. We'll be back next Friday, don't you worry. They'll all be waiting there. Life keeps turning like these pickup tires. Monday mornings come around on time, but it helps to know there's something waiting at the end of every working line. A dance hall light, a friendly diner, a hand to shake and stories to tell. You don't need much to feel rich in this world, just somewhere you're always welcome as well. We'll be back next Friday, with a little money and another week's worth of news. We'll be back next Friday, ready for the songs and dancing in our boots. The neon signs will start their glowing, and somebody will call us by our names. The road keeps going, and so do we, and that's one reason I still smile this way. We'll be back next Friday, Lord willing, we'll be back next Friday. The highway stretches through the sunshine, and I roll along without a care. Another weekend's in the memory now, and another one's already waiting somewhere. We'll be back next Friday.